Hi guys. I was gonna give like a whole intro to kind of preface everything, but honestly, I think we all want to get to lunch, so I'm just gonna cut that short and get right into it. So, all right. I felt the water flow upon my temple, cool and renewing, like it had purged my skin of all its impurities. The water beneath me swirled and sloshed about my sink in slightly scarlet hue, making its way to the drain as I thumbed whatever powder residue remained on my forehead. I scrutinized the entirety of my face, making sure the reddish pigment wouldn't leave a stain that could clash with the brownness of my skin. I glanced in my mirror for a moment and thought of how that striking scarlet shade of my powdered bindi would look on white skin in comparison to my brown complexion. I pondered how it would look so much prettier with the blank, milky backdrop of white skin, like paint displaying its beauty on a blank canvas. In Hinduism, the reddish pigment I described is traditionally placed on the forehead during prayer, and it's called a bindi. It signifies the third eye of a Hindu and reminds us that through self-realization and an open mind, one can achieve sight through the lens of the mind's eye, looking past societal standards and antiquated stereotypes. Unfortunately, for so long, I've been focusing on everyone's opinions of me, the level of my likability, and whether or not I'd have to try harder to conform in order to camouflage into my environment. In short, the third eye my religion urged me to open was latched shut. On top of all this internal chaos surrounding my skin and feeling comfortable within it, I'd also been battling struggles with my sexual orientation. And so I found that ignoring the discomfort came so much easier than actually confronting it. That's why I kept these issues to myself for so long. In middle school, these things especially worsened. I saw that as everyone ventured onward to take on all of their firsts, like a first date, a first relationship, or a first kiss, that I lagged behind. And every time I was featured on a VP 2023 ship account and was paired with a girl, I was like, phew. I let out a sigh of relief and I'd be at ease, thinking I'd fooled the people around me my sexuality. My internal voice would tell me that the coast was clear and that no one would ever know my lethal little secret. And though I was more infatuated with slime and Laurel versus Yanny in middle school than actual relationships, this new development of firsts that I wasn't going to have until a while later made me feel distinct, unique, but in all the wrong ways. The impetus that drove me to embrace every facet of myself, whether it be my culture or my orientation, to the beauty of my skin's complexion, came with age and the stellar role models that surrounded me. I wasn't able to truly own myself until I saw the grace my sister Anya embodied when she went to her senior prom wearing the most exquisite lehenga, which is a traditional North Indian garment, or witnessed how both my mother and sister prided themselves in educating others of Indian culture. As for my sexuality, I simply grew, and I finally concluded that I'd have to become thicker-skinned. As the world before me wouldn't stop having its preconceptions, the world wouldn't stop hurling harmful remarks my way, and yet, the world also wouldn't stop spinning just because those firsts that so burdened me in middle school didn't happen with a girl. I'd like to think that at my current status in life right now, that I've attempted both to embrace and expose my culture and my sexuality, my birthrights, and that if I were to place a bindi on the sacred region between the edges of my brows and stood beside a mirror, that I'd be able to see three widened eyes glaring back at me. So take it from me, don't hate yourself over things that are out of your control. Don't repel the qualities that compose who you are at your core, because self-inflicted wounds are difficult to heal. This I believe. Thank you.